are watching another episode of Lit Happens, Saskatchewan's showcase of the literary talent of the province. This is going to be one of our better episodes because today we have James R. Brayshaw with us, whose book is quite phenomenal, and we're going to talk about it. But first, welcome to the show, James.
Thanks, Wes, for having me.
It's super having you here. Your book, Who's the Devil Jesus Knew? I love the title, first of all. I love how it just rolls out off your tongue and that sort of thing. But I guess, first of all, give us an overview of the book.
Well, an overview of the book is not going to happen in a few short minutes, but the devil Jesus knew in the first century was a lot different than what you and I have been taught the devil is in present day and for the last few hundred years. And what I needed to do with this third volume in this series was take our readers back to how the collective and worldview, the collective consciousness and worldview of the first century would have been when Jesus was supposedly walking the earth. And so in that, I explained the whole kind of Hebraic and Aramaic understanding people would have had of the devil and Satan, which is far different than the understanding you and I have today.
Yeah, and I should probably mention, this is actually the third book in your series, and I'll hold these other previous two up while we talk about them, but just give us a synopsis of...
Well, in Volume 1, Satan, Christianity's Other God, I really get down to the brass tacks of all the kind of Old Testament and historical thinking of what Satan was and explain things like Lucifer wasn't a fallen angel from heaven, but actually a king, and the anointed cherub was another king of Babylon that actually didn't rule very well, and I go into talking about why this Satan character is actually another god if Christendom believes he exists. And I don't do this as an attack on Christendom, Wes, I just want to say, but I came to some understandings years ago, and I started researching as a bit of a research addict, and research led to writing. And then Volume 2 was the next one, which explains that whole period between the Old and New Testament and how apocalyptic literature really spoke to our idea of what the devil is today.
Wow, all very fascinating. I'm just totally riveted right now. I need to ask you, you're a Saskatchewan firefighter.
That's right.
Like a lot of us writers in Saskatchewan, we have day jobs. So, I mean, you didn't need to write all this. You have a wonderful career and all that sort of thing. What led to this?
Well, what led to this were questions, and questions where the answers didn't quite fit with rational and logical thinking. So some years ago, I was challenged with the idea and the question, well, how did people used to think about Satan and the devil and demons and demonic possession? And I started exploring, trying to prove that everything I believed about Satan was accurate, how I'd been taught through Sunday school my whole life and in the home I grew up in. And in searching for those answers to those questions, that onion began unpeeling, and I found I was not shown exactly what was going on with Satan the devil. I was shown a kind of mystical Greek view of a Satan.
This being said, so you're just like a prairie boy like the rest of us.
Yeah, born and raised here. Haven't left Saskatchewan, but maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've authored these books. You've tackled philosophy. You've tackled religion. What has been the response?
The response is really across the spectrum. It's I get emails from all over the world now. It's just shipped out books to South Africa and Australia, and they're just thankful that someone's addressing these topics, because in that side of it, it's really, people are feeling like it's everything they wanted to know about Satan, but were afraid to ask. And so that's a really good side of it. Now, the dark side of it, Wes, is that people are telling me I'm going to hell for teaching this doctrine, and I'm going to be in big trouble, according to many.
I don't think you're going to be in big trouble.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
One question that's been going through my mind since we started communicating, how has this affected you? Because a lot of writers say they are a different person after they throw a book out. How has this had an impact on you as a person?
Wow, that's a huge question, and I wish Angela were here to speak to that, because her and my kids can tell you. When I grew up as a strong prairie religious kid, went through a Pentecostal system of religious training, so to speak, and I was really rigid in a lot of my views, somewhat intolerant of other people's beliefs, to be quite frank. And as I explored and saw how I had been kind of confused on so many things for so many years, I started to realize, hey, I can enjoy everybody's concepts and ideas and take what I need from them to grow as a person. And I think it's made me not only more tolerant, but a little more patient and hopefully more pensive about when I jump in and say, hey, this is how it goes.
Mm-hmm. And like a lot of us authors, we feel we've emerged from the book coming out as an improved person, a better person.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I'm not going to take a poll on it, but I feel like I'm a better person.
Yeah, yeah, completely. Now, this is all really intriguing stuff. We've thrown out some really mesmerizing ideas here, and we should probably tell the viewers you have an event coming up.
Yeah, on November 21st, it's Monday night at 7:30 at McNally is a book launch and signing. And I've got an invitation out to all church leaders and pastors and priests in the area to join in the discussion with me on this, or even if someone prefers a debate, I'd be happy to engage that.
Yes, and I think that's one thing we need to toss out there is you're sort of seen as a radical, as a rebel, but I think what you were trying to do is just get people to think and progress and initiate some lively discussions and some friendly debates and that sort of thing.
You're right, that is it. And Angela and I do an internet radio show, and
Nice.
the responses we get for that is, well, thank you, Jim and Angela, for helping me question my own thinking on this.
Nice.
And not just this, but a plethora of topics.
Yeah. And speaking of that, you did something kind of bold, something a lot of us writers haven't had the guts to do, myself included. You went in front of the dragons with your den. Just briefly,
Yeah.
how was that for you?
Well, it was very an experience that I wouldn't change, and I would recommend anybody try that. It's really exciting to go to the Dragon's Den. Now, they kicked me to the curb after about 35 minutes in the den.
Yeah.
And the presentation they showed on the CBC was only about 59 seconds, and I learned so much about those people and about myself again. And again, this topic, like you mentioned at the start of the show, it's not an easy topic to introduce to people. So when you go and you introduce yourself for the first time to 5 millionaires and say, this is my topic, I could feel them hold their breath. And so it kind of, I know now not to think that someone's going to love the topic as much as me the first time they hear it.
Yeah, I think a lot of us as creative people, we've learned that trick, but a lot of people do love the topic.
True.
So, yeah. Now, we spoke about your podcast and that sort of thing. We need to tell the viewers about your website, because it's just a fabulous site.
Yeah, a lady in California contacted me to build this website for me because she loved this information, and it's imaginenosatan.com, and there's tons of free content on there for people to read. Of course, it's easily accessible to purchase the books as well. And ebook copies are readily available if someone wants to email me. And if anyone wants to email me after watching your broadcast, I'll be happy to email them a free ebook copy of any one of these books.
That's terrific. I think we can safely say you're very approachable on Facebook.
Yeah, I would think one of the other broadcaster shows you put out, another author talked about how authors love, maybe it was you, speaking to people about their stuff. So by all means, Facebook is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have a website, but I'm finding it's terrific to have Facebook too.
I'm just learning how to use it.
Oh, it'll come in time.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. We've probably run out of time, but I just want to throw it out there once more. November 21st at Saskatoon's McNally Robinson.
That's right.
At what time?
At 7:30 p.m. It's a Monday night. Yeah,
the launch of your third volume, so I think viewers should really think about checking that out.
And if they miss that, there's a book signing the following Sunday at 1 p.m. at McNally. So
nice.
2 weeks of entertainment there.
And besides online, anywhere else in the province, viewers can find the book?
Yeah, besides online, McNally Robinson is the bookstore that's carrying them. They do a great job with my books, and Amazon.com is a great place to get them as well.
Right, Amazon.com, yes. Well, this was just terrific to have you here. I'm just completely intrigued by the titles and what we've talked about. So,
well, one more book in the series next fall, that should be hitting the shelf. Yeah. So thanks for having me. It's been great to be here.
You bet. We're going to have you on again when the new book comes out.
Thanks.
That's all the time we have today for Lit Happens. If you enjoyed today's episode, you can follow previous episodes on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook, and you can see segments of it on my website, wesfunk.ca. So I will see you next time on Lit Happens.